Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bakano Mamoru on the Tuesday Club Network. I'm DJ. There's Eric. We still have Ray and Stefan here.
Hi.
They don't get to talk because they're being jerks right now.
Jeez, Louise.
I'd like some peas.
Oh no, no peas for us.
No peas, please.
Because
No
no
peas.
peas. No, because we're being jerks right now.
You know what's really good? Jerk chicken and peas.
What?
Not like green peas. Like black-eyed peas. Like you play black-eyed
Gotta
peas.
get that boom boom.
So we're here talking about anime.
Boom boom pow.
Yeah, black-eyed peas. My
Yeah,
favorite
dude.
anime. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, check out episode 15. Yeah, it's not out yet, so what?
Watch
Okay.
out for it.
So it'll be out soon.
It'll be out in November, I think.
So this is the second half.
That's right.
Of our
Of-
fall anime introduction.
Yes, it is.
The rundown, hoedown. Sonic the Hedgehog, please slow down. You're going to hurt yourself. And now we're talking all about those bastard trucks and those ungrateful kids. That's right. This is all Isekais all night.
All Isekais all the way down, baby. This
Feel
season,
better? You feel better?
Yeah, do you feel worse?
I feel way worse.
this season has so many Isekais. Holy shit!
Not only does this season have so many Isekais, I mean, like, we say that, but with this full list, we separated all the Isekais, and it's actually not that many.
I mean, it's
like,
half
to the...
roughly.
Well, no.
No,
there's
no,
way
there's-
more that weren't.
there's
We
way
didn't
more
talk
that weren't,
about
yeah.
some
We
of
didn't
them
talk
'cause we didn't
about-
watch
But
them.
it's
that's
just
true.
like, the ones that come to mind, or the ones that were like predominantly brought up first were.
So we watched about 7
Mm-hmm.
between us. And there's a new subset of Isekais, which we'll get into.
I
But
think
Oh, yeah.
I watched all of these.
all right, Ray.
I guarantee you didn't watch the first one.
We're gonna start out with the first one. Now, again, Ray, as with part 1, please try not to do any big spoilers.
I'm gonna try not to, but the episode is a big spoiler because this is kind of a continuation of Sword Art Online.
Oh, who the fuck cares?
Escalation.
Alicization. Escalation.
Wait, isn't
No,
it
no,
escalation?
it's Alicization.
It's not
It's
the-
Alicization.
Sorry, Stefan. I didn't write the subtitle down. I just figured if I wrote.
No, but this
everyone would know.
this one is the War of the Underworlds. It's continuation.
Okay, back in Salem Law.
Yeah, dude. So all you need to know is Kirito's got wheels now.
Kirito got
He's
So it's
got
Metabot
he's got
season
wheels.
2.
That's exactly what Eric said, and not quite. Less cool, more coma. Can't move. He doesn't talk except for ooh, ooh, when he wants something.
So to
And
be
Alice
clear,
is
it's Final Fantasy VII Disc 2.
and
I like this so far. I like
And-
this so
Spoilers
far.
for Final Fantasy VII.
and yeah, get over it.
And Metabot season 2.
Yeah,
Nothing personal, kids. That's season 3.
Oh yeah, season 2 is the tournament.
So, yeah, Kirito's like, he probably got fried at the end of season 4, or part 1 of season 4. I don't know if this is technically season 5. It could be.
I guess that depends what you count.
I count this as
But
a
he's
continuation for 4.
The spin-off with the pink.
But he's
person.
still there in the game.
This is not a game, though. See, you didn't watch. It's not a game.
I couldn't
It's not a
possibly
game.
care. Let's go to the next episode in the show.
I want to hear this.
Okay, fine.
Dude, so...
I needle boy thread.
Go
so
on.
this is... Yeah. So,
I need a
he's got wheels. He's in a coma. He's being taken care of by Alice, who is the kind of new protagonist, the new Asuna, even though Asuna's still in the series, but she's only in real life aspects of it. We can't go into too far because then it'll be just spoilers for season Alicization or whatever.
What'd you think?
I'm already invested into this franchise, so
It's
of
just
course
like what
I'm
I do
going
with
to
Food
continue to watch it. I realized literally just now that the second half of the 4th season was just to introduce characters that are probably going to be used in this season predominantly, but as protagonists as opposed to antagonists. That being said, I'll probably continue to watch it because I'm a sucker for this fucking show.
that
And I know
smart
that
shit.
it is a very derivative, or divisionary.
I just
divisive.
I just want to make a different point about this. Ray, you don't like isekais, generally speaking.
Generally speaking, no. But but here's the thing: when Sword Art Online came out, that was when I was in this like sort of. This is when I started to appreciate anime, and I started to make a lot less fun of DJ for
You
it.
were one of the new.
And you're like, hey,
Yeah,
I
I
was.
was-
This thing
I
called what was it? Ready Player One.
Yeah, well, it's. I mean, this. Oh no, this is way before Ready Player One. But like, I was still relatively the new kid on the block, you know. And between that and Neon Genesis Evangelion, like that's what changed my mind about anime kind of deal. So I think there's like a special place in my heart, and the only reason I'm allowing it to go, it's my guilty pleasure.
Okay.
So
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna continue to watch it.
I say we all
Hopefully
have
he
that
gets
show.
better wheels. Hopefully they get blinged out.
Everyone has a school days.
Hopefully he's
Fuck
riding
off.
a spider killer by the end.
Dude, he gonna be riding something. And he's gonna be riding it all the way to another person into his harem. That's all I'm saying. But this time it's an AI, which is gonna be even weirder because they already
Right.
have an AI. There isn't. She's not a real person.
Ray, Sword Art Online is not a harem. I heard
you kidding
that
me?
once from someone.
Who said that?
DJ did. The last time we were talking about Sword Art.
What?
You said Sword Art Online is not a harem?
Yeah.
Oh God, it is. Are you
Well,
kidding me?
Like I told Eric the last time that we talked about this,
He's defending.
I
his point.
said that
Before
probably
he-
3 or
He's
3 or
getting
4
like
years
real
after I
angry
watched
about it.
No, I'm not giving him shit about this. It was just really funny when it came up. I think that was the thing with Curtis, where we brought up Sword Art, and he was like, "Sword
It's-
Art's not a harem." Then
Well, yeah,
Curtis
God,
and I are like,
God
"What?"
forbid I forget that.
It's an
It's been like
endless.
3 years since I watched
You're good.
it.
You're
Oh,
good.
I don't remember it being a harem.
All right, well,
Tune in
after
next week,
rewatching it,
kids.
yes.
See if he's still.
So let's talk about something that we didn't watch 3 years ago. Cautious Hero. Who watched it?
Oh,
Watched it.
Yeah.
Stefan?
None of these guys.
You didn't watch any of these?
I didn't watch any of these guys because I'm a man of principle.
And go home.
Stefan, why? Did you just come here to drink my good boy juice?
Yes.
A statement that out of context sounds very different.
I
Alright,
came because I'm enthusiastic about the cause.
so Cautious Hero is fascinating because it takes a stance on isekais that I don't think we've seen yet. And that's the super like clerical part that happens 20 minutes before the first episode of an isekai where they have to pick who to reincarnate.
Yeah, where you have your aqua, for lack of a better term.
Rista, I think was her name.
Yes, it's her name. Yeah.
Well, like I said, your aqua from Konosuba, but I say that yeah, it's them going through all like the possible candidates to kill and have brought over to save the world.
It's kind of like they set it up in a way to say like, you know, we're watching it.
Here's
from
an isekai with a twist.
But it's not. But they also you can presuppose and be like, oh, so then every other isekai we've watched has started this way. We just never saw this part.
Yeah, this is chapter 0.
Right. We never saw this part, which is cool.
Kind of.
I thought that
No,
was
like,
cool.
I think it's pretty fun.
I
I
agree
thought
that
that
it's-
was a fun way to kind of poke fun at
so
certain
Eric,
things.
tell us about this cautious hero. What's his deal? What's his
He's-
spiel?
So when they're picking a person to reincarnate to this S difficulty world that needs a
forget.
hero, it needs an S class hero. The goddess put in charge of it is looking through all the paperwork
Goddess in training.
to pick.
She is a goddess, but like she's not like
She's
a
not a
high tier
full-fledged
goddess. Yeah,
goddess.
she's not like high tier.
Yeah.
Right.
She's like trying to
She
get.
needs to save more worlds.
Look, if you were playing Age of Mythology, you don't. She's not your major deity. She's,
No.
She's like one of the age upgrade deities.
She's like yeah.
someone
Demeter.
finds that funny.
I found it funny. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We're fun.
We-
So she picks a guy who has really
go home.
good stats, and she's like she summons him in, and he's like, "What is this? Some kind of trick? What are you? Some kind of demon?" She's like, "No, I'm a goddess. You're being resurrected to go save the world." And he's like, "I don't trust you." And she's like, "Why?" And he's like, I don't trust anybody."
This sounds very suspicious. I don't trust you.
See, I hate isekais, but that's me. I'm that paranoid.
Yeah, which is why I thought you would have watched this.
Well, she's
one.
like, well, here, come with me to this
And-
fantasy
well,
world.
and she also says, like, before she summons him, that, like, oh, I'm definitely gonna go from Earth because they're so quick to accept.
Oh, yeah, Japanese males are very
just
familiar
so
with this
quick.
concept.
Yeah, they're just so quick to accept, like, oh yeah, you're a hero from another world and you're gonna save this shit, like all that. And then
Cuts down a lot of the
this
red
guy
tape.
is just like, no, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
about
she gets
this.
a
I don't know
total
about this.
neurotic, like, dickhead.
She didn't read the full paperwork.
No.
Because at
She
the
didn't
end,
read the fine print.
yeah,
So she's like, you ready to go? He's like, nah, I gotta do push-ups. How long are you gonna do push-ups for? Several days later.
and
I say until I feel ready.
he's kind of go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying he does push-ups so much that he gains levels.
He gains.
Because he has
He
a
lot of
gains
special
levels
ability.
fighting the gravity of the planet.
He has a special ability that makes him gain experience quicker from, like, mundane things.
Yeah, well. That's
That was-
probably true. I wasn't paying
Oh,
attention.
yeah.
He doesn't have that. No, he just
that
kind
was the
of.
fine print on the bottom. That was one of his abilities that he had when she, like, pulled up his stat screen.
Like, I'm willing to believe that's true. I just
I didn't see
pause
that.
to read
He
it.
has, like, experience
The best
gain
way
up.
I like to describe him is, you know how when you're watching a horror movie and you're like, no, stupid, don't go in there. No, he's the guy who literally is screaming at the screen and he's like, oh no, I would have done this, and this. And he's like mentally preparing himself and physically preparing himself for anything that can be thrown his way because he's overly cautious.
He's a character from
Hence-
Cabin in the Woods.
Correct. But like but like the one that can kind of point out the tropes before they happen. And
Well,
stuff
here,
like that.
and to avoid getting too granular, we can just kind of say, like, what he does with his first enemy encounter, and then kind of leave it at that.
He attacks a slime, and he uses
God tier magic.
his highest tier spells multiple times on one slime.
Long after it's dead.
So that he can atomize it to be absolutely sure it's dead. And then it's revealed that he had the ability to see the slime stats. So he knew. He could
he just really wanted to make sure
you
it was
could
dead.
reasonably assume that he could handle
But he
the
didn't
slime.
even trust his own.
He doesn't even trust his own ability to read stats. Like, what if there's hidden stats? And the goddess is like, that would be stupid.
Which then actually doesn't become stupid come episode 2 without saying anything.
Yeah, I haven't watched episode 2 yet.
The cautious nature in certain things is.
I'm sure it's got to pay off.
No, it's like it's paying off, but like in weird ways. Never mind.
I watched it as well, but I'm gonna stick with this one for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even though, like, I don't even want to say I like it.
I say 7 out of 10,
I like it.
but I'm gonna watch it.
I like it.
I like the sort of ideas it's positing, but the presentation leaves a little to be desired for
Yes.
me. And I know I don't normally get on shows for that, but something about this show was like,
Yeah.
I don't really like the main character so much, or not the goddess, but our hero.
But there's-
I don't really like him.
but there's
Not that
a
he's there
sort
to
of-
be liked, though.
But there's a sort of thing that hooked me immediately, and it came at the end of the first episode when one of the generals came, right?
and he throws the smoke bomb.
No.
He
That's
ran
that's
away
episode 2. That's episode 2.
Spoilers.
What
Sorry, Devon.
what was interesting was, okay, we have an overly cautious hero. And they didn't expect like one of the the Demon King's top generals.
Literally called one of the 4 heavenly kings
Right.
of the Demon Lord shows up.
Exactly. Meaning the Demon Lord himself is overly cautious.
Maybe.
And it might be very, very interesting to see that
I
sort
think
of.
she was just kind of like she said, like, of course he's like.
She said
like double
the
plus-
Demon King usually will start, like the heroes usually start in the area, the beginning area. That's an overly cautious thing to do, kind of deal.
Yeah, but they dropped some dialogue in the end of the episode, or in the second episode, where the Chaos Machina, I think is the
Yeah.
name of the villain
Yeah.
that shows up, is like the Demon Lord knew that someone was going to get summoned, so he basically scrambled the jets. It's like, and I just
mean,
have to
he-
Right,
find
but
it.
but again,
really into it
that's
and find
but
that,
again
yeah.
that leads to a sort of overly cautious antagonist kind of deal, or at least hints upon it, whether or not they
If-
execute it or not.
If they do that, that's gonna be pretty fun.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it gets to, that's what hooked me in, is like the possibility of that sort of foil.
It's like the level of minutia of a JoJo fight without any of the bravado or payoff.
Wow.
Well said.
I just looked at the time and was like, I think it was definitely the right choice to split it. In half.
Okay.
Yep.
Moving on.
No, that's fine. Moving on to the next, which is going to start the trend of the new genre of isekais that also are wrestling.
Animal Road.
Kimono Michi, Rise Up. Watched it?
Watched it.
Yeah.
Stefan?
This is an isekai I was enthusiastic about, just like the last one, but I didn't watch either of them because if I watch any new isekai, I'm expected then to be enthusiastic about watching all of the new isekai, and I have many anime friends, and I know that this is a stereotype that will blow true.
Why don't you just watch it?
Because then I'm gonna have to watch all the other isekais that
You
my
don't
friends
have
are
to.
recommending me.
Why?
Because
You don't have to.
Yes,
No one's
I
gonna
will.
fucking make you.
It's fun.
You're an adult.
I mean,
You're
I
an
can
adult.
make
You can make your own
I
decision.
could
So you're
make
saying,
him do it.
so
but
you're
I'm
saying
not
if
gonna.
I suggested you to start Sword Art Online, you're going to start it, right?
I don't need you. No,
Exactly. So
No.
that's the same mentality.
but this is safer.
He hasn't-
This is more concrete.
We haven't gone deep into the Stefan lore, but Stefan's friends are actually all the Nazguls.
Oh, cool.
So that's like they can literally force him with their mind.
How's the Witch King in person?
Shorter.
Medium. More medium
He's a
than you
little
might think.
short.
He's a little short.
You get it?
just-
you got him.
The people I interact with them often enough that like if I don't see them for like a day, they'll check to make sure that within that day I
So you're telling me you're the One Ring and they've been searching for you?
yes.
Fuck.
In that one day, did you watch this isekai about a man that was transported to another world? Now he's started a pizza parlor and he fights slime pizza pepperoni boys. No, I
Watch
didn't.
it.
Is that transported into another world with my elf wife and we open a restaurant? A real isekai?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
no,
this guy.
I think that's the one you're describing.
As a joke, I sort of default to like that pizza
Wasn't there one where it's like,
formula.
I couldn't be a hero, so I got a part-time job or
That's
something?
not an isekai, but that is a
That's,
show.
yeah, I'd say it's a good show too.
It's all right.
Moving on, wrestling.
I was gonna say so.
Animal Road.
I like the premise of this one
So
a lot.
So a luchador gets transported to another world mid power bomb.
Of his final match, and
his
after he
final
won
match.
that final match, he was gonna fulfill his dream of opening up a pet shop.
And he gets summoned by a princess
And her trio or her circle of mages.
with what I'm gonna call his improbable hair, and asks him to help fight demon beasts that are plaguing her.
To
What?
effectively
Her
kill
kingdom.
animals.
What?
Yeah, this show is based on the premise that they were trying to summon Michael Vick.
Rough.
Checks out.
Rough.
Checks out.
Dude, careful, he'll come for you too if you keep roughing.
Hey.
I'm glad you're picking up what I'm putting down.
You're putting down dogs.
I was just about to go there.
So he suplexes the princess and runs away from the castle.
Because she must be the villain. Because animals are cool.
I say he loves animals
His
so
literal
much.
dialogue. His literal dialogue.
You want me to do what?
Kill animals. Gross.
Oh,
Icky.
you're forgetting something. But he still has a heart of gold because he draped
Yeah.
his cape.
Over her exposed bottom.
He's like, perhaps I've gone too far. Draped.
And then they're like, get this madman, get this masked fiend.
No, get this pervert.
Yeah.
So
That's what it
people
devolves
keep
into.
calling him a pervert. He's like, I gotta prove.
Well, he
I'm not a
doesn't do
pervert.
much to go against
Well,
that.
no, he takes the mask off. He's like, see, I'm just a regular guy. They're like, he's a pervert.
Because he's still in his like wrestling trunks, his speedo, as it were.
Yeah, he's basically wearing a speedo and
Animal foot.
and kangaroo footy pajamas.
The only thing keeping me from watching this show is the fear I have constantly that if I watch one new isekai,
You'll like
all new isekais will
God
then
for-
be strapped to my back as a burden.
God forbid you
socially.
watch an
Ah,
anime
yes,
that you
the new
like.
white man's burden isekai.
Yes. One ticket to Joker, please.
You can cut that if you want.
Okay.
I
We're
want-
gonna leave it in.
I'm comfortable with living in a world where everyone heard me say that, but that's on you if you want to cut it.
But yeah,
I love it.
So then he sexually assaults some people in the street.
he, specifically a dog man.
He sexually assaults a dog man.
I say he really gets into that fur.
That dog can't wear white to his wedding.
Nope.
Nope.
He rubs his belly real good.
Like real,
And that
real
dog
good.
man real likes it. Real likes it.
How dog and how man?
Very dog, not much man or man shape.
You know that werewolf in Darksiders, the fighting game, or
Yeah.
Darkstalkers? He's like that much. Wolf man. He's about there. He's a saber wolf from KI. Okay. Somewhere around there.
I don't like that. I don't like the with that context.
Oh, there's a hardcore connotation that even he's like the dog man is even afraid to go out like on the street like
he's afraid
after
of like running into this masked
He
villain.
There's a point when he goes to leave the house, like, you know what? Never mind. I won't go
Yeah,
out today.
this is what he looks like.
Oh.
So he's like seriously just a dog in the shape of a man.
I guess we should have also said that he got
Don't
isekai'd
like
along with
that.
his sidekick and towel dog.
Yeah, and who is strangely enough a CG character.
Yeah, the dog is CG in a lot of shots, and like not
And
like
the-
bad CG, but like you
And
can
his
tell the
wolf
dog
friend,
is CG.
his wolf friend is CG too, and it's just like it's just CG enough to be like, why are you CG?
She's not CG in all the scenes.
Not
not
all
in
of them,
all
but
of them, no.
when she is CG, it's noticeable, and you're just like, why aren't you just animated?
mind you, he's only friends with her because he really wanted to pet those ears
You really wanted to pet
like
those ears.
bad,
Not an innuendo, but also an innuendo.
and like her tail was like real fluffy.
So long story short, he fucks every animal he sees.
No,
No, he loves every animal he sees.
Like I said,
he performs traditional animal domination rituals where he's like, I will mount this animal and prove to them that I am the alpha.
and
then-
I will make them love
And
me.
then I'll smell their butt, and then they'll smell my butt, and then we'll be friends. And he's right.
It works
But the
every single
But
time.
the show frames it in a way where it's supposed to be like, but he's wrong.
Whatever happened to MySpace, you know?
What the fuck?
Hey, Stefan,
Are you okay?
are you alright?
Were
You
you,
have a
were you,
stroke there?
were you smelling butts too?
Do you know that you have an avocado in your hat?
I do. It's there on purpose.
Did it take till now for DJ to notice the avocado?
No, I knew it was there the whole time.
Okay. Anything else?
Why
You
do
want
you think I keep flipping it around?
anything else you want to say about the show?
It's good.
It's pretty good.
I'll
That
watch it.
between all four of the main characters, it's going to be a great show.
We could talk about the other main character, even though we really haven't been given anything
I know, but
in two episodes.
But he's a man of few words
the emotional rock of
and
the
many
story.
pheromones.
I hear he can dance.
Oh, he can dance.
It's an ant. It's a man-sized ant wearing an apron.
He's kind of their girl Friday.
Like that's how the episode ends. Like the Wolf Girls, like he's like,
The
oh,
four
we're
of
just.
us.
He's like, we're gonna take on all the beasts and show the world that these animals can be loved and not hated, and it's gonna take all four of us. And she's like, yeah, I'm for it. I'm gonna make a lot of money. And she's like, wait, four?
And then, like,
And
it
then the
pans
camera
over.
pans over, and
there's
it's
just
a
an
fucking
sitting
ant
at
with
the
a
table,
beer.
With a beer.
and he's just like, "I'm an ant."
He hasn't said a single
He didn't
word.
say a single thing.
Yeah, it was a
He
visual.
doesn't-
It was a visual.
He doesn't
Yeah.
need to do anything.
He's
He's just there.
Yeah, say him being there is funny.
I'm gonna keep up.
Yep, I'm gonna keep up too.
Hell yeah.
I'll start it. I'll start it. I'm enthusiastic.
All right, let's talk about a show that I'm gonna say we're gonna spend either no time talking about or a lot of time talking about.
Which one?
High school prodigies have it easy, even in when we're born in
I
another
want to.
world.
I want to hear. I
No.
want to hear DJs.
Please.
We talked about this a decent amount.
We tried to not talk about it specifically. Like we talked
But
a lot about
what
the
we
first
did-
few minutes.
We did talk. Okay, so DJ.
This show's fucking insane.
Okay, insane in.
The membrane.
Yes, it's got no brain.
Okay, but insane as in
Like I couldn't believe the first 3 minutes of this show.
Okay. As
I couldn't believe what the fuck I was
don't,
watching.
I don't
DJ,
know if he's
can
enjoying it or
Can
if
you
he's.
describe your experience of watching the beginning of the show in detail?
So
No, look
No,
at me.
no.
In detail.
Go for it. This is-
Describe to me the
this is
first few
important.
minutes of the show.
This is
So the-
important.
Because I want to know if you had the exact same experience that we had independently.
This is important.
well, no, it's just so the first couple minutes of the show is just going through our.
Not granular enough. Please be more specific.
I can't remember exactly the specific details for what. So introduces all of our characters. One of which is like the world's best inventor, who's like some girl that lives on a space station.
Can't be an inventor and the girl. Come on.
Shame.
One is the world's best politician, and he's and
Whoa,
all
whoa,
these.
whoa! You're jumping the gun.
Oh,
You're jumping the gun real big.
I can't remember what they all were.
Real big.
I can't remember what they all
We
were.
got
I've only watched the
inventor.
first episode.
We got inventor.
Inventor.
Okay. We got
Businessman.
Like his venture capitalist.
Yeah, he's
I'm
worth
landing.
total assets like $700 billion.
I'm landing
dollars.
in Dubai, closing that deal.
We've got
Businessman,
world's best samurai.
swordsman, woman.
Is it?
That's my
most-
Shush.
I promise. Let us get through this. We've got
The world's greatest magician. Who
Carmen San Diego's the Statue of Liberty in the first 5 minutes of the show.
and
Yeah,
everyone's just like, what? And he can fly, still not acknowledged. But it's okay.
He's one hell of a magician.
One hell of a magician.
Side note: his design stolen from the Fruits Basket.
Also from Oran High School Host Club.
Also stolen from the Fruits Basket.
Fair enough.
You can say it. I know you wanted to get to this one.
Okay, hold on. No. This one needs to. So we've established inventor, magician, businessman, samurai, right?
Doctor.
Nope, there was the doctor, right? There was
Because
the
I know
doctor.
there's two we're
It
forgetting.
actually
right
like
now.
works
There
like
was-
the
there was the-
WHO.
Yeah, there was the doctor. That
Well,
was
DJ
cool.
already,
She's like,
already said the prime minister
But then-
one, but
but then-
there's a specific one that's
Ooh.
absolutely insane
This is-
in a way that needs to be addressed.
this was the shot to the head, like the hammer to the face, so to speak. Picture this.
Stefan.
And this is for Stefan. Okay. Tokyo Tower, right? It zooms up, and we see.
Wait, you know what Tokyo Tower looks like, right?
Okay.
Okay.
It's zooming up, and it starts off with trained in the art of espionage, expert in like ninjutsu and all this other stuff. She has like pink hair, kind of short hair, like a Naruto, whatever, right? And she's like looking over the landscape, like right on the edge and everything like
She's
that.
dressed like a Japanese schoolgirl, but with a ninja scarf, right?
Yeah. And then she's
Oh yeah, that's right. She looks like the main character from Senran Kagura, basically.
and then she jumps off the Tokyo Tower. She's landing, right? Now, mind you, again, all these characters had an intro where it's like world's greatest, right? Okay. So, using that description,
Oh yes, please, Stefan.
Using
Yes, but she's the world's greatest.
world's greatest,
Is she the world's greatest messenger?
no. Try it one more time.
Is she the world's greatest at finding Al Qaeda? Hashtag we got him.
God, you are so unbelievably close. Because you think ninja, you think spy. Journalist is what they decide to put on screen. and me and Eric both were like,
Okay, we watched this days apart, alone, and when I described my experience of watching the show up till this point, Ray was like, "I did literally the same thing." And Stefan, I told you at work what happened during this episode. This was the point when I paused it, put the controller down, and put my hands in the air and said, "The fuck am I watching?"
I think that literally.
and then what does this show follow up? World's greatest journalist with Eric,
A 17-year-old Japanese prime minister.
who looks like David Bowie.
Yeah.
Circa Ziggy Stardust, different colored eyes and all.
He also kind of looks like the main character from Danmachi. But wait, we haven't even talked about the fucking plane crash.
So then naturally, instead of getting hit by a car,
Because they're the world's greatest.
Greatest.
A car
So-
couldn't possibly isekai someone.
no, nothing
pure-
like
pure
that.
fear of
No,
this world, people.
no. They straight up lost. Plane crash.
Yeah, no, it's lost.
It's lost.
Yeah.
It's lost. I'm saying it's lost, but with wolf people.
I wish it was lost, but it's lost.
But it's lost.
The show's fucking insane.
Garbage.
Okay. Okay, Ray.
He meant garbage. He meant garbage. This is
Before-
literally the worst show of the season.
before we
I'd
move
rather
on-
watch Dice Club on endless
Seriously?
repeat than watch this fucking garbage.
Before we move on, and I know one of us wants to talk about it. I don't know who wants to talk about it the most, but I know when I bring it up, one of us will scream about the scene and start explaining it. Who wants to talk about the thing with the bird feeding? Is it you, Ray? I think it might be.
Y'all fucked up. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Y'all fucked up. So I may have said it at the beginning of the episode, right, where I described maybe DJ and like giving me Neon Genesis Evangelion, and then me watching Sword Art and getting into anime. That singular scene almost took me away from it, and it wanted me to abandon this entire sort of
This
enterprise that we have going on right here.
Sorry, only Ghibli movies from now on. Anime was a mistake.
Yeah, it was totally not my cup of tea.
So please,
Or a cup of soup in this case. Am I right?
Describe the scene, and then please describe the text exchange we had about it as you were watching.
Nice job texting me too, guys.
So I'm watching this scene now. Mind you, this is after the plane crash, and we got our boy Prime Minister is the first to wake up naturally.
By the way, can we get this out of the way? How many of the characters, and don't list them, how many of the characters are you confident that you know the name of?
0.
Absolutely none of them.
I know one of them.
Is it the magician?
No, it's the journalist actually, because that screen burned into my brain. I'm like, Shinobu. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Was her name Shinobu?
It was Shinobu.
Shinobi?
Yeah.
And then Shinobu, and they go with... Okay.
Shinobu's a regular name.
Shinobu is a name.
Well, excuse me.
No, I'm just saying.
She's not a regular journalist, though.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
They didn't pick that name by accident, but it's a regular name, generally speaking.
It's not the world's greatest name, though.
Anyway, Soup.
So, Soup was definitely on. He wakes up, and he's like, what happened? And then she described, the person who found him.
Oh! Now I remember!
Is it DJ? Is DJ stronger than you?
Oh, wow, yeah!
Will he usurp the insanity of this scene?
You know what, DJ? Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I completely forgot.
Here
So
it
yes.
comes. It's the combo break. DJ's about to tell us all about the scene where he wakes up and notices the girl with the giant ears.
Her ears were pretty big.
Pretty pronounced.
Her ears are pretty big,
like
pretty
Huge tracts of land in the country.
Yeah.
Human ears.
Nope.
No,
She's an elf.
Elf ears.
She's an elf.
Her ears are huge, bro.
Or an
Huge.
E-I-L-F. Elf.
Elf.
What fucking show is that from?
Duh.
That might be from Copcraft. I don't remember.
Anyways,
So,
this fucking scene.
Please,
go ahead, DJ.
someone describe the scene.
So
I can go ahead.
okay,
Go.
do you
No.
wanna go?
No.
I'm sorry, I don't
No.
mean to usurp
No,
it.
dude, go for it. So we got Ziggy Stardust waking up.
An elf girl is just like, oh, I found you in this strange wreckage, and I wanted
I'm so
to
glad
take
he
care
went
of
with a
you.
voice for this.
And by the way, it is said that breathily.
Yeah.
And so I made you this food, and he's like, oh well, I'm too weak. I'm too weak to eat this on my own. She's like, oh well, it's okay. I can feed it to you.
Okay, and stop. What did I say?
I'm looking for it.
I believe it was something along the lines of, what the fuck is this baby feeding or bird feeding bullshit or something along those lines? Hold on, what did I say?
I'm just keep describing the scene. But
So instead of
can't
taking a spoon and
No, she tries that first. And then he spits out
that's right.
the meatball
the meatball was just too tough.
it was
for
too
his
tough for him
prime
because he's
minister
for
too
the
weak.
prime minister's jaw.
Yeah. So she's like, it's okay. I'll take care of it for you. So she eats the soup and Mama birds it to him, and it gets a real sloppy mess.
And I mean, I'm talking like the one
Dribbles.
one singular but glistening in the sun
That
as
spittle.
the
Spittle
spittle
connecting
is
their
just
mouths.
like right there.
So
It was some straight up
No, you
hentai
go ahead.
shit.
You go ahead and read what I
I
said.
say, would you like to read the blue text
No,
and do this as a
you-
radio player?
oh, we
Should I
can do
just
that,
it
we can
myself?
do that.
Well, the blue is
All
you.
right, okay, the blue is me. So far, I'm the world's top annoyed person with high school prodigies. What the fuck bird feeding bullshit is this?
And then I say, well, if you look into the bylaws, you'll find that it's actually the only way to show people kissing on Japanese TV.
bylaws aside, it took them a month to ask him about where they were staying. World's greatest journalist, my ass.
Without saying too much off mic, I hate this show.
Agreed.
You guys hate this show? I kind of like this show.
I hate this show.
I liked the premise when Eric said it was like Danganronpa but lost.
It's really what it is, except it's not that dark.
Yeah,
I
and
did
that's what I
not
like
think
about
we were going to
Danganronpa,
spend this
'cause I'm
much
a
time
gritty,
talking
edgy
about
boy.
high school prodigies. This might be a hate watch. It might be.
I need to watch the second episode.
Whether or not I watch this show depends entirely on whether or not you guys keep watching this show.
I'm gonna keep watching it.
I might give it a second episode just to see how stupid the rabbit hole gets.
Pretty.
I can't
stupid.
believe this was the show you guys hated. Out of all the other shows this season so far, this is the one you absolutely hated.
There's something about
this
the way
was,
that the first 5 minutes are just
this
This
terrible.
show
show-
is so
this
fucking
show
bewildering.
Is written by a 5-year-old who's
Yeah.
having a power fantasy.
Oh, it's fucking insane. But it's so fun to watch.
No.
Fair enough. Alright, next one.
All right, so here's a show that I would say I enjoyed a lot more than the last one.
So did I.
Didn't I say make my abilities average in my next life?
Oh, yeah. This is a good one, too.
Nanomachines.
What the fuck? This is another insane show.
Nanomachines. So Kupo is actually a nanorobot, and that's where magic comes from. Cool.
So a girl.
Well, good summary, Ray.
I know.
So a girl who had good grades.
World's greatest journalist over here.
World's greatest podcaster over here.
Stefan, are you all right? Just blew the avocado right on the back of your head.
Just fucking.
So a girl with good grades and no friends dies.
Stop me if you've heard this before.
One ticket to Joker, please.
Optimus Prime.
Ray's face is so red.
Optimus Prime comes around the corner and goes, "Swiggity swooty, welcome to the next world." And so she's reborn, and as she's dying, she has the thought of not, "I hope my parents are okay," or "Oh God, please not now," but "Boy, I hope when I come back that my abilities are average."
That's what she adds. That's
I
what she
wanna be a
adds.
normal
she
person
asks
with
God
normal
for that.
friends.
Yeah.
I know. I'm being flowery about it.
Oh, fuck. There's nothing flowery about it.
I don't know. There's a lot of flowery shit in this show.
World's
Yeah,
greatest journalist.
Change your gamer tag. So she's given average abilities in her next life.
Well, the mean average.
Stefan, I can tell you're on the edge of your seat as to what that means.
I'm about to get transported to another nap time. I'm
Oh, no.
All right.
No.
Why should I be excited?
This
Why?
is, go for it.
There's not going to be a way to do this without spoiling this part of the show. So
It's the first episode.
when she's being reborn and asked to make her abilities average, the gods of reincarnation are
Take
like
that literally.
total average. All right, so we're gonna take the weakest monster in the world
An
and the
amoeba.
strongest monster in the world,
A
and we're gonna
dragon.
give you the power that's the exact middle. So has a base, according to the math of the show, she's
she is
about
half of strong.
like half as strong as a dragon, which is still several magnitudes stronger than the strongest humans.
Oh,
And like it's strongly hinted, but she's like meeting the other cast members, and it's like strongly hinted upon that her powers are kind of like
they're
that's
high.
not that's not. Oh, she didn't
she-
say her spell. She just
didn't
kind
have
of
to- she did it.
she just materialized that.
I
That's
know.
weird.
Why does she keep
I don't know
talking
about that.
to herself?
Yeah, why does she keep talking to herself? It's like weird. That
20 minutes into the episode.
yeah.
Ray, go explain what happens 20 minutes into the episode.
Nanomachines, bro. This cat person with giant N comes out and he's like, you can only see me.
Why are you talking to me in
Why are you
front of
talking
other
to me?
people?
It's like weird. Stop talking to me like, that's how you have our magic powers, because like they don't understand that it's us cat people.
I say magic's actually because of us nanomachines.
Yeah, dude, more than meets the eye.
Magic is nanomachines in this fantasy world of dragons and wizards.
It's technology.
Well, that's a famous quote. Is it sufficiently advanced?
I know-
technology?
I don't
it's
care.
magic, yeah.
You know.
That doesn't make any fucking sense in
It
this
does.
world.
so
Sure.
she can see.
We just need to see a calendar. We don't
No,
know what year
because
it is.
her powers are, and it's the nanomachine that explains that.
She's
It's just
strong
like
enough
pet-
that if she squints real hard, she can see the nanomachines.
Oh, okay. It's not like a towering
No.
Catman.
No,
it's
it's
like
like,
a- it's like a
that's
little-
why I made the Kupo kind of like from
It's-
Final
it's a
Fantasy.
Moogle.
It's like it's a
Okay.
Oh, Moogle, that's what they're called.
Yeah, they just say Koopa.
You know what, Ray? That's fine.
I don't give a
It's
shit.
okay.
It's okay.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with it because I don't know
I'm
if
gonna
there's
stick
anything
with
else
it.
to say.
I just want to see how crazy it actually gets
That-
because she expels her powers and then she's like real sorry about it, like every single time, and I kind of like that.
And it
Also-
looks like the end of a One Punch Man fight after
Yeah.
that.
As much as I like the show, this show I almost fell asleep 3 different times watching it.
Oh, speaking of falling asleep, are we getting
Hey,
there soon?
hey, hey.
Okay.
Hey.
No, not Ray.
One at a time.
I know.
I just wanted to make one final point of like, did you watch the ending credits?
Yeah, bad
Did-
song.
No, that's not what I want to ask. Did you get the sense that like the other characters were also isekai'd?
Yeah,
Okay. Because that was weird.
it was weird.
And I'm like, that's an interesting take if that's what this show's
So they all
gonna
think
go.
they're like they all think they've just been
No,
shield heroed.
no, we think that they got Shield Hero.
Like, there's like
Wait,
weird.
what a
There's just weird way the characters are framed in the outro.
No,
where
I'll
I
have
mean-
to I'll have to watch it.
What I mean specifically is like they're transported along with her in this hypothetical, and they're like, how? Why did she get the good shit? Why did she get the good powers?
Right.
Why do we have such weak powers?
That'd be a crazy ass twist if that was actually the case.
Still, like, are we just?
I
pathetic?
doubt
It's
that's
like-
what it
Stop,
is.
stop if you heard this one. It's an isekai with the twist.
Well, I know we're not talking about Cheat Magician.
Wait, what? I'm
Okay,
just kidding.
okay,
I didn't
so-
watch it.
I think if they're going in that direction, that's interesting. But I doubt they're going in that direction.
Yeah.
Speaking of going in a different direction,
What's next?
the next one on the list is Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Yeah, wake me up.
Oh my
wake me up when you're
fucking
done.
god, this show.
Wake
So-
me up when you're done.
So,
Did you watch this, Ray?
Stefan, you didn't watch it?
Didn't watch any of these guys. I didn't lie to you.
All right.
I watched it.
I watched it.
I started the second episode. I was like, I don't fucking care.
Garbot.
I watched both episodes.
I know you did.
I watched only the first episode.
I
was
watched
so
the first.
bored.
I want to watch the second episode, but I just can't get the will up to do it.
So, a girl dies in a tragic accident where a bunch of book-shaped trucks hit her. And
They're
she's,
called books.
she's reborn thinking to myself, as long as I can read books in my next life, I'll be content.
So
she mind
God
jack-
being the fickle bitch that they are.
So she reincarnates and mind jacks a small girl, skipping the whole growing up part of being isekai'd into a new body, and she just takes over this girl's identity in life, and like has.
Fuck this little girl. By the way, who cares where her soul went?
She's like 6. Her soul's gone. We're not going to talk about it. It's fine. This is an incredibly dark show.
By the way, this world that she got reborn into, she belongs to a super poor family, and there are no books.
It's feudal Europe, more or less.
Essentially.
This was explained to me,
Yeah.
at least in brief.
So she's just like, I hope I can find books. And she has all the knowledge she had before, and because she read fucking books, I guess it makes way more sense that she has all this knowledge than most isekai characters do. Like, in most isekais, when a character pulls knowledge out of their ass, in the part of my brain, I'm like, I don't believe that a normal person would know that. The exception being Tanya
Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone isn't an isekai, but
Essentially.
I was going to say Tanya the Evil, because they
Yeah.
go to great lengths to be like, pre-death, Tanya the Evil's main character was like fucking eating books and gaining knowledge just to effectively do what they do.
Yeah. To do
Be
better.
middle management.
To become Tanya of the Evil.
So she's basically now the smartest person in this world, probably. But she's got the physical stamina and body of
A 6-year-old.
of an unhealthy 6-year-old, and not like an American unhealthy 6-year-old,
Like
like
a-
a
A medieval Europe unhealthy
But there's
6-year-old.
something else you're missing.
that it's boring. Is that?
That this is no. That this entire episode is a flashback.
Oh yeah, because it starts off with her like having been or like talking about how she's a successful author, and then she did all these like children's books, and how she's like this like magician or something as well, and it flashes back to, huh? Where am I? What's this unfamiliar room?
No.
You're right. She gets roofied by a priest, and then he puts
Correct.
a tiara on her to look into her memories.
Bingo.
That's right. I forgot about
That's
the
what I meant
roofies.
by a flashback. Like
And then I think we're doing a Gungrave situation where 2/3 of this season is going to be flashback before we catch up to her waking up in the bed being like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Because like the priest is like, why does this 6-year-old know how to read, like, or whatever,
Yeah,
rich person or something like
God
that?
or the devil.
It could be. I hope it's the devil. It may
then
be
he-
interesting. I won't find out. It's
they
okay.
both
I'll
put on
find out.
tiaras and he mind jacks her.
And he reads her memories.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
It sucks.
I
Yeah.
like.
It's not, and no, I take it back. It doesn't suck. It's just boring.
Hey, I liked it. It made me feel good. Like when I was watching If It's For My Daughter, I Defeated Demon Lord. You know why?
It's
Because nothing scummy happened in a show with small children. I was like, yeah.
anime. Maybe anime
I mean, I'll
wasn't
give
a
you
mistake.
that, but fuck that show.
Hey man, the second episode they made shampoo. It was crazy.
Get the fuck out.
I'm not kidding.
This is your house, but get the fuck
Dr.
out.
Stone?
No, they made shampoo and then she watched someone kill a pig. That's what happened.
Moving on.
Moving on to the actually last show on the written list. Welcome to Demon School.
Hell yeah. Shit, parents. It works out.
Okay,
So
let me immediately say
it's just Hayate the combat butler
I-
except with demons.
Jesus
I
Christ.
had a Rosario vampire shaped hole in my heart, and this show came to fill it.
I mean, this. Have you watched Hayate the combat butler? This is just this show,
Nah.
except with demons.
Just because he looks like Hayate the
No,
combat butler doesn't make
plot
the
is
show
the,
not
like, the
Rosario
premise is
vampire.
the exact same.
What is the premise? Tell us, DJ.
Scummy. Our main character is a boy with blue hair, and he has scummy parents who have who waste all their money, and they refuse to work. So their very earnest son has to work at many jobs to pay off all their debts.
He's describing Rosario vampire.
And then he almost dies, I guess, by
He
being
gets kidnapped.
yeah. He almost dies
Alright.
by getting covered in frozen tuna,
He almost gets killed by tuna.
and he gets it turns out that his parents sold his soul to a demon king for him to be the demon king's grandson
For money.
for money.
For the listeners at home, I'm bewildered. My facial expression reflects bewilderment.
The bewilder people. So, okay, before we go any further, people who watch the show, did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Explain that.
I didn't think I was gonna like it.
I didn't think so
legitimately thought
either.
I wasn't.
I was expecting exactly that. That's why I'm so bewildered, because
I-
you were like, this is... I was just thinking, this is silly. It's probably fucking good.
I
isn't
didn't
it?
think I was going to like it just because of how the art looked at. Not like,
Oh, the
not like
cover.
So to
the
love
cover of the
Rue?
book.
not like the style, but like it was so fucking pastel and
Well, yeah.
and like bright and pop that I was like, this is a fucking rainbow mess.
But it's
If I may cast the stones.
but yeah, it's good. It's like pretty funny,
And it had a suplex in it.
and it did.
And I
A
was
suplex
expecting
in the
this.
sunlight.
And I was just expecting this to be the one that everyone liked.
No, this was at the end because I knew everyone liked it.
And I just wasn't expecting such a mess to actually be a mess, but I was thinking, man, that's a mess.
Well, like it's actually like I said, it's actually not that like it's a pretty clean, simple premise.
I was looking at it a little too...
The best part too is just like right after he gets adopted by this demon lord, he's like, "I'm gonna enroll you in demon school." It's like, and we're gonna go to eat demon food at our demon cafeteria with our demon friends.
Like
And
you
our-
do.
And we're gonna watch Demon MTV.
Hang out on our demon couch.
Yeah, and then we're gonna
eat some
take
demon
demon
Lays.
photos, and then I'm gonna put them on a demon post board and put them in front of your opening ceremony.
Your demon opening ceremony.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have you read like a really dangerous ritual, and you won't even know.
If you,
A demon spell.
if you see my...
That scares all your demon
Oh,
classmates.
and they're all
and you become demon popular.
yeah, and they're all very magical people, and our protagonist is human, so he doesn't have magic except for one ability. He can dodge anything.
Because he's really unlucky.
He's an artful dodger. He's become accustomed to conflict avoidance. So
because of his parents' shitty lifestyle, he's constantly apologizing and like having to deal with their messes. So he's really good at dodging people like trying to attack him to reclaim the debt that his parents owe, and just all working very hard. So he's very agile as well.
Also, that spell he said at the
Well,
opening ceremony.
that's just for one day.
I know.
Yeah, but
I
that
know,
spell's
but
so
that
important.
one
Yeah.
day, because the spell allows him not to trip or fall for one day, which allows
It's a
him,
forbidden spell.
which allows him to pull off the
Ultimate
divine
suplex.
German suplex, and
dodge 20 minutes worth of fireballs.
from like the top of the class demon guy.
Demon president.
Not he's not the
Demon school
president.
president.
He's
Class
like
president.
he was
Demon
like
class
he was not even
president.
the class president. He's like he was in charge of new,
Oh, yeah, he
new-
was like
new,
the
he
top.
was
supposed to
the
give the
class rep.
entrance
He was the
ceremony.
entrance ceremony
Yeah.
guy. But and then made him his familiar right off the top.
At first, I thought, man, I'm overanalyzing this. It's not a mess. This is actually a pretty coherent storyline. And then you guys started to like delve deeper into it, and I was like, no, this is a mess. But I can tell. It's just gonna be
No,
fine.
it's not
And
even.
I'm pissed
it's
about
not
it.
It's not even a mess. It's just it's complicated to sort of explain with words what happened. He was handed a speech, and the speech was a scary sounding.
Oh, he also got covered in demon perfume to not smell like a human.
Because they'll eat him.
Because they'll eat him.
They'll
if
demon
they-
eat him.
Yeah, they'll demon eat him.
But see, no,
It's
what I
similar
mean
to
is-
eating, but there's more teeth.
What I mean is, it's one thing. It's one thing if it's like a good show,
And demons.
because I love me a good show. But if it's a mess,
Weird.
like it is,
It is
to
not a mess.
explain.
Now,
no.
I'm gonna
like it
cut
is
you
to
off.
Explain.
Hey, I'm cutting you off.
Yeah, you watch School Days.
I know that's not true that you like a good show. You like a lot of bad shows.
That doesn't mean I don't also like good shows.
Name a good show.
Name a good show you like.
Parasite the Mex.
Can't help but notice you didn't say Anna. Maybe my feelings are hurt.
That would mean it would be a good show.
No, what I mean is like it's one thing if it's like a really cool watch, but like
Look at that, wait for him.
Have fun with that.
I'm always looking at shows as like a man. Can I enjoy this with like in social situations? Can I like explain this as a quirky thing without
Yes.
like
Yes,
going
easily.
into a TED talk?
Easily.
And it's a mess to explain. At least here,
Gets
We're just having
adopted.
fun with
Gets
that.
adopted. Enrolls in demon school. German suplexes the top student. Gets his first fucking companion. And the
Okay.
first episode.
see,
Done.
because we were darting around a lot.
Oh, don't worry. He gets a familiar in the second one.
And
it's
so
great.
I find like I have the most fun with shows that I can watch with other people, and then I like halfway into explaining them find out that they're completely uninterested, both because I'm not interesting and also because I've like gotten way too deep into the explanation and I've branched off in way too many different directions.
No.
And that's where I was fearing this was going. But at first I was like, oh, this is a mess just because it's a mess, and then I was like, no, I was overanalyzing
No,
it.
fundamentally,
I was like, wait, no, I was underanalyzing
Wait, you
it.
just gotta,
It's
just
really-
like, be simple with your explanations.
it's
like
really
when I told a person
straightforward.
at work about Fire Force, I'm like, you like firefighters? You like Soul Eater? Watch this show. And they watched it. They really liked it.
Fair.
Need to start that.
Yeah, you should. It's really good.
Especially since I like Soul Eater so much.
I know you liked Soul Eater way more than I did.
Oh my god.
And I
It's like one
like
of my
Soul Eater.
favorites.
I like the
I say the fucking opening and ending themes for that show slaps so hard.
The opening for Demon School sucks. Because what
Most
is-
of the music for this season for every show sucks.
No. The
You didn't
closing.
watch No Guns Life.
No, I didn't.
The closing.
Most,
of-
I said.
yeah, I need to find out whatever the band was for that opening, but
It's probably
The closing-
Bithroid. It's not.
the closing for Demon School was pretty sick because it had that like idol pop thing going on, but with like all
Oh,
the demon
yeah,
ladies.
that
And
was-
I was like, this is catchy shit. But that opening where it's like la 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 la
Oh, yeah.
la low.
Yeah, it's like La La Baby.
No, it was like pop it,
La La
pop it,
Bobo,
pop
or-
it. They were
no, it
talking
was
about like
BB.
bopping it.
Yeah, it
or
was La La
something like
BB.
that. Yeah, no, like Bob, Lady Blue.
But wait, Cthulhu, but Cthulhu was in the intro.
Yes, he was.
I know he's in the intro,
I-
but it doesn't mean I like the music.
yeah, but he,
Bobby Blue, whatever he was
maybe you
saying.
were just
Oh,
listening
yeah,
to
it was
it.
Bobby. Bobby
Brown.
Sounds to me like you wouldn't like the third intro of Beelzebub, which is a shame.
Okay. And on that note,
Would you watch it going forward? You gonna keep up?
a Demon School? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I need to watch the second episode, but yeah.
Oh dude.
I'm in.
I'll check it out because unanimously it seems like a show that everybody's enjoying for one reason
You
or another.
scum, you
That-
watching Isekai?
That was honestly like one of my bigger surprises.
That will be my downfall. I'll start watching any number of isekai, any non-zero number
So
of
if you
isekai.
were
And
to
I don't have to
suggest-
watch all the isekai. This
If-
is the curse. This is the isekai curse.
So in the case of Stefan here, right, who doesn't watch a lot of isekai or at all, out of the ones we just described, if we were to pick one for him, that's not high school prodigies,
like
Which one would we pick?
that's the most Stefan.
I mean, he would like High School
That's the most
Prodigy.
accessible for somebody who doesn't like the genre.
Because if it's the most Stefan, Eric has an unfair advantage. He probably knows.
No. I'm gonna say no. Just from the general standpoint of somebody who since there's a lot of isekai, maybe we can make a suggestion for our listener.
From this list or just in general?
No, you're probably gonna like Animal Road.
In the isekai section.
Or Kemono Michi. I say you're probably like that
Kimono
one the
Michi
most.
was the one I was gonna say. Is what I was getting at.
I say because
that
it's
seems
really
like-
funny and it's lewd enough to keep your interest, Stefan.
And
Not even-
what about the viewer? What about don't? I'm just a placeholder. I'm a placeholder in this.
Yeah, he
isekai
got what I was
discussion.
laying down.
I mean, I would recommend season
thank
1 of Digimon. Truly canonically the best isekai.
Tentomon slaps. Tentomon slaps. He's a good boy. He's doing his best.
The look on Ray's face when he realized that Digimon is an isekai.
No, and I got that. It's just like
Full disclosure, I don't believe that.
I know, we've discussed this before. I think it is,
Well,
though.
they're in a digital world, not another world.
How is
Ray,
the world
that's a
not-
fact.
Fucking
that's
Sword
another
Art
question.
Online.
Yeah, but that's like a digital. Yeah, exactly. Because Sword Art Online's not an isekai.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today.
Tune in next week when we discuss whether or not Sword Art Online is an isekai or Digimon.
Hey.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yo, Ray, don't make that promise unless you're coming here to do that.
Join us next time where I maybe watch every isekai.
This season or every isekai?
We should just record him.
Every isekai.
You got some homework, boy.
We should just like put on high school
DxD?
prodigies. No. Yeah. Yeah, but then we'd
I'm
have
sure
to,
he's watched that.
yeah, then we have to leave the room though.
Nah.
Ew. My name's Ray.
I'm Eric,
DJ,
I'm Stefan.
and
thank you for
we
joining us.
are leaving now.
Good night, everyone.